During the ideate stage, they flare back out again. They generate as many ideas as possible, wild and crazy ideas, off of the one how might we, or the series of how might we questions that they come up with during the define stage.
If you give up and give them the answer or give them the how might we or the solution, then they're just gonna always wait on you to give them the answer. So just, you know, be patient with them and keep talking them through it, because they will rise to that expectation.
Taking your ideas and just like putting them on like, you know, the board and stuff like that, like just coming up with like different ideas in your head, and as a group, you know, come together.
The picture is like giving a visual of what we see from our point of view.
Right now, we're just in the idea and brainstorm process where we basically get our how might we's, we ideate, which is what we did here. How might we develop a cheaper way to transport water? I get a couple ideas.
We can print pens up and just show like I donated, or I'm bringing awareness for the water crisis in Angola, Africa.
People donate food. They donate like light.
We can make tags when they buy the ticket. You get the pen.
Nice.
Or instead of the ticket, the pen will be the food dress. Like, no, not they dress down, but when they buy like a wristband, like you know how they give those wristbands, we can get them like a pen. They put it on like I donated towards power plants and stuff like this.
Or help save water.
Yeah.
The prototype is a chance for students to take an idea that might be abstract and to make it concrete so that they can get feedback on it and improve it.
I think one thing I like about design thinking is the whole creation process. I love to make the prototypes. That's like the best part for me. The research behind it is also awesome because you get insight into what the user needs, but I like the creation the best because, you know, I'm a very creative individual, so I like to create things, and it's really nice when I can do that.
I'd say try to make them hands-on, and you can make 3D models of it, because I personally have more fun and create better ideas when I get to create something, and instead of just do a slideshow like click, click.
Students get really attached to their ideas, and it's hard for them to get critical feedback. And the longer they spend on the prototype, the harder it is for them to get the feedback. So I was already noticing that coming out of the ideate stage, the group that I was working most closely with was fleshing out their idea and getting really excited about it and talking for 15-20 minutes, and that was probably too long already. So coming out of that, we said, let's take 10 minutes and have them prototype, and at the end of 10 minutes they have to be done and ready to share with another group. One student said that wasn't enough time, and I think that should always happen.
We are basically focusing on like free dress, and then they are doing like the benefit concert.
We're trying to make a water filter like that, so that way when the water goes in, it can be purified. So that way, many people who get contaminated water can just get through and run through this.
Just to test out what we are trying to do, like just to see like how would it, how would it look.
Watch out, Chris. Watch your hand.
There we go.
Water filter. You see the water comes in through
this pipe right here.
This
and then
pipe.
you can see the water being.
This is the space where it gets cleaned, and this is where it comes out.
How would we look for the dance concert, and they doing the these are like the little name tags that they go to wear.
I like the prototype phase
Cause I like hands-on projects.
right. I like to like actually put my ideas like to work, like just see where how my idea can go to paper to something 3D.
So in the feedback stage, students have been working on their prototype, they've quickly put something together, and now's the chance for them to get feedback on that from a user or from one another with the goal of getting ideas and suggestions to make that idea stronger.
It's good for the students to hear somebody else talk about their prototype, because it's just been the four of them and only their ideas going into it. So if they can get another perspective from somebody, they can launch their prototype into something that they wouldn't have even imagined, but because they got the feedback from someone else and a different perspective from someone else, they're able to do a lot more with it.
Should be writing down comments, questions, things they like, things they don't like. Decide in your group right now who's going to write down the feedback that you get.
Our concert, we gonna have different people donate because they want to know, the cost. And the organization we donating to is called Water for Life, and we trying to help children in different areas, the areas that can't get, good water, which is Bella. So this is a little model of our benefit concert. This is like the stage, and then in the middle of the floor is gonna say Water for Life. These are the tickets. Like, you get one of these when you pay to get in, and this costs $15.
For the dance and the free dress, we're gonna have people pay $15 altogether, and that includes the free dress, the dance, and you get food served and snacks and drinks at the dance, plus fun and music and stuff like that. If you was to come to this, what would you want to see there?
This is mainly focusing on Bella, right? What about the other countries and stuff that don't have that? Where you can hold more activities than just that, like something more unique.
They gave us a good suggestion to write down what we serve.
One of the suggestions he gave was about the price, and like that was really helpful because we really didn't think about the price.
Us making a prototype, we coming from our perspectives of what we like, and somehow of what other people like, but having other people come give us feedback is also coming from people who will actually come, so we will know what to add and what not to add.
So because we use the design process as a learning process, we think it's really important for students to reflect after they've done a design challenge. And during the reflect stage, what we're doing is having students think about what worked well, both in terms of their idea, but also in terms of how they worked in their groups, and what didn't work well and what would they change next time.
Write your answers to it, and then Talea is actually going to lead everybody in the discussion.
I say getting past the hard parts, such as defining a problem statement, and what we did was we used the sticky notes and we did each part and like answered each part using sticky notes. So it was giving multiple ideas and answers, and then we just chose one.
Well, the skills or methods that I felt that I mastered was empathy because I got to compare and contrast my life to better life.
Center the design challenge around topics that the students are interested in.
I'm very specific. I have to be very specific. And I think that's good for teachers to know, okay, what do I need to do and what should I be seeing the students do at this time? And it just helps your day run a lot smoother if you know what you're doing as opposed to, oh, I'm gonna do this randomly at this time. It's just easier to have it laid out for you specifically.
You need to be flexible at all times. It's good to have a structure, it's good to have a schedule, but you have to be able to throw that all out if things change.
We've found that having the tight time and being very clear about the time actually increases the energy.
Try to make groups of students where some of them that are quieter will probably be with some that are more social, so that it's not just a group of quiet kids, but some kids that can articulate themselves really well, and students that can't, so that those students can pull out, talkative qualities.
She could say something, she could write something, and I could put it together and explain it very well. So that's like a team project, but individually, me trying to figure it out is kind of difficult. So with the sticky notes, I understand like breaking it down with the users. Okay, describe my user, my needs, what's the needs.
The teachers should be more enthusiastic, and then the kids will be enthusiastic. The students definitely feed off of the teachers, so if their energy is very low, the students' energy is going to be very low. And if their energy is very high, even the students that had energy that was low in the beginning, they'll come to your level. So they mimic exactly what the teacher does. The last design challenge, when we talked about crime in our community and we focused on bullying, that's something that all of them could relate to because it's something that happens in school and happens just in their age range. So they were very passionate about it and they wanted everybody to know how they felt about it.
It's important for us to be able to carry out our design prototypes and our design challenges because it gets kids more enthusiastic.
We get more information on what we studying about instead of that one day when we just go over it and then forget all about it.
It can bring everybody in there, make everybody aware of the water crisis, not just here but everywhere. So it can help a lot.
But we get more time to study and more time to, you know, elaborate on what we're learning.
One of the most successful design challenges that we did in the 7th grade was designing an outdoor community garden.
I love about design challenges where you get to interact with the community.
We interviewed a user, so the students took the user needs, went back to school, and they came up with a presentation that hit all of those needs.
They went to a garden and actually like painted the picnic tables and redid. So I think that's the most fun part about it.
He actually picked all the designs that he liked, and all of those designs came to life. And now the students drive by and they get to see that the picnic tables are based on the environment.
I never really thought of myself as creative because I'm not the artistic type, but doing the design challenges really brought out how creative I could be.
And even today, a student said, I like the design challenge when we talked about bullying and cyberbullying.
Giving a young person a chance to give their voice or be open-minded about anything, and then other people taking that in on what they're saying. They actually know that they're being heard instead of just talking and then people burst them off.
But just that they're still talking about it later and they're able to articulate, their feelings, their thoughts. That's how I measure success.